The Sneaky Dragon here, and we've been doing some more experiments to find out crazy interactions inside a Pokemon Pocket and scientifically figure out how they work. Are you excited? Let's get started. Here's a fun one. What if we give capes to every single Pokemon, and they're literally only hanging on by their capes? What if we play Guzma in this situation, removing the held items? Well, with the capes gone, every single Pokemon is defeated in a satisfying explosion. A fossil technically becomes a normal type Pokemon when it's played onto the field. Does that mean Ilma will work on a damaged fossil? Yes! I don't know how useful that is, but Ilma totally works on damaged fossils. They really are treated like a normal Pokemon. Everyone knows Aerodactyl EX does not allow you to evolve your active Pokemon. But what about with Rare Candy? Does that count? The answer is yes, you can't play Rare Candy to evolve your active Pokemon. Even if you do have the evolution, Aerodactyl will prevent you from playing the item card entirely, which is kind of good, that way you don't waste it. The effect of Banette's Nightbind is active, so what happens when Charizard EX uses Stoke? Does it get energy? No, the attack goes off, but it completely whiffs, and nothing happens. Let's do some more tests with Banette. What about Giratina, Gardevoir, Dawn? Does anything at all work? Does anything let me give my Pokemon extra energy while Banette's Nightbind is in effect? Stoke went off, but did nothing, so attacks will still go off, they just won't have their effect. What about abilities? Well, Giratina's Night Bellow will not even let you use it. It will be grayed out, and it can't happen. Gardevoir's Psy Shadow will have the same thing, so abilities just don't work while you're under Nightbind if they give energy. But what about Dawn? Dawn is special. Dawn does not take energy from the energy zone, it takes it from another Pokemon, and that works. One last Banette test. Regice. Okay, Regice is immune to the effects from opposing Pokemon attacks, so it's immune to Nightbind, right? Right? Well, hold on. The effect of Nightbind isn't on my Regice card, it's on me. Look where it is in the bottom left of the screen. The effect is on me personally, on my battlefield, not on the Pokemon card. So, I can't attach any energy to Regice. If you've ever seen the last episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where Yugi's like, I didn't play the card on Obelisk, I played it on the ground around Obelisk. That's literally what's happening here. Oricorio is immune to damage from EX Pokemon, but what about their effects? Delmi's EX has an effect that makes it so you can't retreat, and it looks like it is applied to Oricorio. Let's double check. Yeah, sure enough, Oricorio does have the debuff, preventing it from retreating, so the effect will still go on. This is a funny interaction. What happens when Orangu uses Primate's Trap on Delmis, causing its attack to cost 1 more energy? Well, remember, Delmis gets increased damage when it uses extra leaf energy to use its attack, but now we've increased the cost of its attack. So do we still get the bonus at 4 energy? Nope, doesn't look like it. That's only 20 damage. It's not getting the bonus, even though it normally would. We have 3 extra leaf energy past its normal attack cost, but not 3 extra leaf energy past its Orango boosted attack cost. So does that mean it now costs 5 leaf energy to get the extra damage? Let's try it. Yes, sure enough, it really means 3 leaf energy past whatever the attack costs. So if the attack costs 1 more, it costs 1 more total to get the extra damage. This is one of the craziest interactions of the entire video. Orangu and Ditto. We have 1 energy on Ditto, and I can use Copy Anything on any Pokemon, except for Dome Fossil because it doesn't have an attack. However, if I try to copy a Pokemon that requires too much energy, Ditto just kind of wiggles and fizzles out, and I get a message saying that I can't really do it. So what happens when I'm under the effect of Orangu, and my attack costs 1 energy more? Well, I can't use Copy Anything because now it has a 2 energy cost. I put a second energy on, but wait, hold on. Can I still copy anything? Can I copy Primate Trap? Yes! But wait a minute. Shouldn't the cost of Primate Trap be 3 because it's 1 energy more? The answer is no. Orangu makes Ditto's attack cost 1 energy more, so the minimum energy to use copy anything is 2. But as long as I have enough energy, Ditto can copy any attack without the increased cost. And keep in mind, Stoutland works the same way as Orangu, so this will also behave the same way on Stoutland. Though that came off after we filmed this, so I don't have Stoutland footage, but it is the same effect. What happens if we have Grubbin on the field, a Leaf-type Pokemon, and given an item that only works on Leaf-type Pokemon, like for example Leaf Cape? Now, technically speaking, you can attach Leaf Cape to any Pokemon, but it will only give that plus 30 health you're seeing to a Leaf-type Pokemon. There's just one little problem. Grubbin can evolve into an Electric-type Pokemon, so what happens to the buff when it does? Does it get to keep pretending to be a Leaf-type Pokemon? Well, if we take a look, the answer is no. Charjabug is not getting any increase in health from Leaf Cape. If you evolve it into an Electric-type Pokemon, Leaf Cape just stops working. It'll stay attached to Charjabug, and you could attach it to an electric Pokemon if you wanted, but it won't give you any benefit. That's good to know. Now we're going to do the opposite. We have a benched Eevee with a Leaf Cape, and we're going to evolve it into Leafeon. Does it now activate the Leaf Cape? Yeah, it does! It looks like if you evolve it into a Leaf-type Pokemon, Leaf Cape will activate. It's pretty cool how dynamic and adaptable the game is. A shout out to Fiction Solos Any Verse You Name. Good name! For coming up with one of the ideas that we tested in this video, as well as all of the wonderful users and Toshi, who helped me film all of this to make it happen. We're gonna do more of these, and the filming will get better. I have one more batch of like the old way of doing it before we get into the new way of doing it. That's much more dynamic and fun to watch. Though they're all good, I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you did, because goodness, I'm trying to be one of them Poke YouTubers, and it takes a long time to make these. I'll catch you later. Have a great day.